Hello everyone, welcome to Fat 50 and Running a Marathon, a channel dedicated to health, fitness, and goal achievement. This is the final installment in the three-part series about habits. So as we've been discussing habits, both good and bad, and how to establish them, we've been looking at both the book Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg and Atomic Habits by James Clear. And something that James Clear put in his book Atomic Habits is the importance of establishing a chain. And a chain being doing that, establishing the habit that you want regardless of whether you feel like doing it or not. And the best way to do that is to break the habit down to as many small components as possible, figuring the entry point. Now I am going to re-reference the Twyla Tharp story that I mentioned in the Wednesday video, and that is that the dancer Twyla Tharp says that she practices her dance routines for at least 2 hours every day. What she has established as her habit is not the dancing, but getting dressed and hailing a cab. And that is her entry point for the habit. And the entry point is what's most important. And I myself now have logged 19 days with an entry point of simply getting dressed and going out the front of my building and taking a short walk. Now ideally I'd be walking 3 miles. That's what I have been doing. That's what I've been striving for. But over the past several days, I think only one of them have I actually walked 3 miles. I want to say 1 out of the past 5 days. The other days I have done nothing more than just walk around the block of my building and come back and come inside and do the rest of my Miracle Morning, which is a book by Hal Elrod, which we will reference at, and we'll have another series about that book in specific. But the point being that it is the entry point for my habit. My habit is getting up at 4 in the morning and establishing a morning routine. And by simply getting dressed and walking around my building, I have now established that I have cast a vote, as it were, as someone who wants to be a person who gets up every morning at 4 a.m. and who walks every morning immediately after getting up. So, with that chain established, I now have 19 days. It's not ideal. I wish I had walked, 3 miles among each of those days, but at the same point, I've never had a 19-day chain of getting up at 4 and going for a walk. So I'm feeling very, very good about this, and I'm seeing the true importance of a chain. In fact, even this morning, as I did the brief walk around my building, I thought to myself, I'm getting a little tired of this. I feel like I'm missing out by not doing the 3-mile walk. But that's okay. What I am doing is I am forcing myself to cast this vote as a 4 a.m. walker. And by simply getting dressed and going the short distance and coming back, I have now said I am somebody who gets up at 4. I am somebody who walks at 4:10 a.m. once he manages to get dressed and get downstairs. So that is the importance of the chain, and I don't have a whole lot of scientific evidence on this particular video, and we are going to, as I said previously, I'd like for Fridays to be a little more scientific, but I felt I really, really needed to discuss this because, like I said, I've never had a 19-day chain before. Never. Most mornings when I wake up and I feel like I don't want to walk for 3 miles, I just would roll over and go back to bed. And instead, I've been getting up and doing the short walk and coming back, and I believe that ultimately that is what will get me into a regular pattern of getting up and walking 3 miles every single day, is that establishing a pattern of getting up every day and walking, regardless of the fact that it's nowhere close to the 3 miles that I've been striving for. So that's where we are with habits. That's what I want to establish with this last installment on habits, is the importance of setting up a chain. And a chain is set up by figuring out your entry point. And the entry point is the most important habit in the overall habit that you're trying to establish. So that's where I'm talking about, and we will, as I said, in the future, discuss habits again. I think it's a great topic to go over, good habits, bad habits, and the next time that we discuss it, I promise I will have more scientific backing to inform for these videos. So I thank you for watching, and remember, only by taking care of ourselves first are we capable of taking care of others. Topher.